I'm not one for the zombie apocalypse, nor would I even want to dress up like a zombie. But you have to ask yourself, why would there be college courses on the zombie apocalypse? How to survive a zombie apocalypse. I saw a headline that, they were offering courses, and I thought, well, is this just the first instance of college courses on zombies? So you can see right here, this is a Michigan State University offers zombie fighting course, and this was March the 12th of 2012. New zombie course helps students learn about survival behavior. But why did they have to use the word zombie? Why did they have to do that? Really think about it. Why? Is there more to it than what meets the eye? I saw a South Park. I did not like that cartoon. Well, I wasn't allowed to watch it anyhow. A cartoon depicting a zombie apocalypse. Zombies showing up. And it was like this cartoon character was decorating for Halloween. And she's singing. And then all of a sudden it turns into the Christmas. And these zombies are there showing up. See, it's weird, you all. It's really strange. There's something serious going on, and then you have the CDC, you have the military, you have all of these places. Hello, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in, Applebrook, Susan B. Thank you all. So, yeah, we've seen that, you all. We've seen that zombie, the thing. Yeah, they made a page. A paragraph after everyone freaked out. There's got to be some kind of truth to it. So look at this. So I put in a search. I did. I put in a search like you can see up here. Let me let you see the search. I thought, well, I'll just do 1985 through the 2004. Just to do it, to see if I could pull anything up during that time span. Really, just to see if I could. And I did. I pulled something up. I hope I changed this thumbnail on here. Did I? What on earth? Did I not change my thumbnail on here, you all? I thought for sure I changed my thumbnail on here. And it's showing me on something different. I gotta refresh my phone because it's still showing me on the moon. I'm not on the moon. How on earth did it get that stuck on there, you all? Can I try to see if I can even get out of that? Okay, Gina, honey, you're looking at the wrong thing. You all, I don't even know how to look at my cell phone the right way. I was sitting here looking at myself, looking at the moon. Okay, we're good. We are good, you all. We are good. It's just a false alarm. I need to learn how to look at it the right way. So I was looking at this May of 1985 through 2004. Zombies prowl now. See, they already had this coming out. They already got the word zombies floating around, you all. Zombies Survival Guide. Create Your Survivor. 2003. Okay, Fox. Okay, Zombie College. Zombie Apocalypse. You don't want that right there. I don't even know what that thing is. A Mordecai Zombie Apocalypse. I don't know. These are like songs and stuff. See, I don't even know what this thing is. WatchIsUp.com. The Countdown Zombie Apocalypse is May the 7th of 2025. I don't even know what that is. I went there and I thought, that doesn't even make sense to me. It didn't, but I tried to get down here, zombie fiction and stuff like this. You got the zombies showing up. Okay, but I thought, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it isn't fine, but look, Michigan State. Then I redid my thing. I did it to 2014. Michigan State offers a course on how to This is that mental floss thing. How to survive a zombie apocalypse. Disasters, catastrophes, and human behavior. Look at this. An 8-week long course. Now, if I think we did we, yeah, here it is right here. February the 28th of 2012. New zombie course helps students learn about survival behavior. Surviving the coming zombie apocalypse, catastrophes, and human behavior. So why would they do this? Look what they say. Learn how human behavior and nature change after catastrophic incidences, from the historical to the hypothetical, through a blend of traditional coursework, online forums, and a catastrophic event simulation. I didn't know they had a simulation back then. Why were they talking about using simulations back then, really? Which will be in the form of a theoretical zombie pandemic. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? A theoretical zombie pandemic. That's what they're talking about. Why did they choose that above everything else? They could have talked about, the coming up out of the graves. They could have done that, but they didn't. No, they want to talk about a zombie thing. This is 2012 when they did it. 2012. Now we're going to go back there. Will it happen in 20? It will happen. Nicholas Centurion, snapping to a Jim. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. We got some trolls on here. Or you all just playing? So look at this, you all. Let's look at this. So, starting on May the 14th, the first session of the summer 2012 class, they will be enrolled in a 7-week course on how human behavior and nature change after a catastrophic incident. And the World Economic Forum said we'll have a mutating catastrophic event that will happen in 2 years. They just said that. That takes us to 2025. A mutating catastrophic event. I got to get another drink of water, you all. Excuse me. Mutating catastrophic event, which will take us to 2025. The historical to the hypothetical. Okay, a theoretical zombie pandemic. Aspects of anthropology, sociology, geology, and among other things. We are using the idea of a zombie apocalypse, they say, to attract the attention to important research and the science on the topic of catastrophes and human behavior. Well, it would be an absolute catastrophe if we had a zombie apocalypse and humans turned into zombies. That would affect human behavior because they would no longer behave as humans. They would be animalistic and stuff. They would. Students will learn about nature and the scope and the impact of a catastrophic event in individual families, societies, civilizations, and the earth itself. Look at that. During the simulation. Well, how on earth is that going to be beneficial in 2012? Really? How? How would it be beneficial? Really think about it. So during the simulation, they'll be placed in survival groups, and they will be tasked to work with each other to develop ways to survive the zombie pandemic. If they have been doing these courses since 2012, and they got all the zombie games out, there's some people who are really going to be some survivors. They really are, because you got the movies. I guess you got series and the video games. You're going to have a whole generation of people who's going to know how to survive a zombie apocalypse, if you think about it. As it continues, so will the simulation, they said. As the course continues, so will the simulation. But students will learn about catastrophes like the Black Death, meteor strikes, and the impact of these events that they had on the planet. And in the final days, the students in their survivor groups will use what they learn, and they will face the conclusion of the simulation event. Okay, now let's think about this, you all. Do you think they used this to gather data? Those students were used to gather data in the real world, in maybe a real world event that would come, so they could study what they would do if such said event happened. Were they the guinea pigs? Were they the test subjects? Do you think that's what they did? That was back in 2012. That's what I think probably happened, because, you know, that was, I guess, enough time to see how these students would react and it was all in a controlled environment too, you all. Just think about that. In a controlled environment, how would you do it? It was role playing. And it sounds like the same thing that happened, you know, at the White House when they had the, what was that thing? That thing called? That food chain reaction game, where they role played. The leaders of the world gathered and they played the food chain reaction game. What would they do if all of these things started happening and then you had other events happening? Because it's everything that's happening now. They threw in some hyperinflation. They threw in unrest. They threw in food shortages, pandemic. They threw it all in. And how would the countries, individual leaders of the countries, how would they react? And they had to all gather in groups. So they did their own simulation right there. Why wouldn't they do it in the college campuses? Right here, the Zoom zombie course. Why wouldn't they? That's right. We are living through something. We really are. You all, let's get back over to this thing. So the topic, look, though the topic is serious and and worthy of academic study, the challenges presented in surviving, see, they are admitting it. The challenges that are presented in surviving a hypothetical zombie pandemic have real world applications. After all, zombies make everything more interesting. It sounds like they really enjoy that. It really does sound like they really enjoy it. Zombies make everything more interesting. Well, I don't think that's nice. I don't. Do you think it's nice? Wow. So they have done it. They did it. So let's see. That was that one, just that one course, you all. But then you got all this stuff right here. They want people to dress up like that, and that's not nothing to glorify. It isn't. It's nothing that I want to mimic. I don't want to dress up like a zombie and mimic the Walking Dead. I don't. Do you want to mimic the Walking Dead? That's right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is kind of wild. So look at this. So look at somebody said right here. Breaking news. You see this? Zombie apocalypse. Well, that did not happen on January the 30th of 2023. Please watch the video. You don't need to take serious or panic before you misunderstood this video. Please watch it till the end. Well, I'm not going to watch it. Zombie apocalypse and the CDC. So let's look at this. Let's hop over to the CDC because I've done this before. They want you to prepare for a zombie apocalypse. And you read right. The screen is so sensitive. You read right. A zombie apocalypse. If they were, why would you really think about this? Why would the CDC even have something like this out? Really, ask yourself, why? If the zombies were to start roaming the streets, and yes, we said zombies, these are supposed to be authorities, medical authorities, talking about a hypothetical situation You're not supposed to think about that, are you? Why would you even have warnings like that? Think about it, you all. If they were start to roaming the streets, and the Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention wants you to be prepared. Well, it's all right to be prepared. Do you think it's in our face, really? Do you all think the zombies are in our face? Right there in our face. They're telling us right here. And they're trying to tone it down. They're trying to tone down what's coming. But they want you to be prepared. Do you think that's what's happening? Tone it down, and they want you to be prepared. They want, in the midst of providing guidelines on an unprecedented pandemic, the Center for Disease Control updated its tips to prepare for another extreme occurrence, a zombie apocalypse. A tongue-in-cheek campaign is actually a practical guide for any emergency like hurricanes, flood. You may laugh now, they said, but when it happens, you will be happy that you read this. They're telling you right there. You may laugh now, but when. Okay, they did not say if. They did not say if, you all. They didn't. You may laugh now. I don't like the screen being that sensitive. You may laugh now, but when it happens, you'll be happy that you read this. You'll be happy. They're telling you when it happens. Why would you say when? It's like the earthquake. It's like the big earthquake is coming. It's not a matter of if, it's when. That's what they're telling you. When it happens, you'll be happy you read this, the CDC wrote on its website. And hey, maybe you'll even learn a thing or two about how to prepare for a real emergency. So what would happen if the zombies were to start roaming the streets? The CDC says it would conduct an investigation first. First and foremost, it's going to conduct an investigation, as it would for any disease outbreak, and provide assistance to the states. So if you got zombies that are roaming the streets, the CDC is going to, investigate it, and they're going to provide assistance to the states. And until it could determine the cause of the zombie outbreaks and how it could be treated or stopped, the CDC has listed guidelines to follow to be safe than sorry. Safe than sorry. So the first step for zombies or any disaster is to create an emergency kit with essentials to last a few days. Yeah, you can't carry a gallon of water per day for each person. If you had to walk, that'd be awful heavy. You'd have to have it on a wagon. A gallon of water a day for each person, non-perishable food items, medication, tool supplies, sanitation, hygiene products, clothing, bedding, important documents, and first aid supplies. Okay, thank you. Next, you got to create an emergency plan when a zombie or a hurricane is outside your door. Well, if the zombies came knocking on your door, you all, they're probably going to bust down your door. And if you got glass windows on your door, well, they're going to bust through the glass. That is really, you all, that is awful. It is. This includes identifying types of emergencies that are possible in your area, such as a tornado or an earthquake, and to prepare and make a list of your emergency contacts. And you should also pick a place to evacuate to make an evacuation plan, which includes a designated meeting place for you and those to live with to regroup. The blog. This blog is especially relevant given the pandemic and the last month's extreme winter weather in Texas that caused 4 million people to go without power. And Texas was not prepared. It was unprepared for freezing temperatures and heavy snowfall. This is from the 2021 is what it was. And they even had to put weeks after the Mississippi winter storms, residents still didn't have water. So the CDC, which was originally Oh, the CDC blog was originally posted in 2011. Received 1,450 comments, most of which praised the agency for its creative approach to disaster preparedness. Isn't that interesting? If they created that blog in 2011, really think about it, and they used the example of a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. It presents a disaster in a manner that I can actually entice my family into discussion, and it will provide for some assistance for any potential disaster as well. So, while I have yet to meet a zombie, I've been through a couple of power outages, and I think it's great, says this professor at the School of Medicine and biomedical scientist. As we've seen with this, disaster preparedness is crucial. Okay, so it's crucial, you all. It is. It's absolutely crucial, they say. But what else does the CDC say? Really think about it. And then why do you got these? Survival hacks. I bet there's a lot of people on here who look at this Siberia zombie virus. Is that the Zika virus? The Zika? Remember that one? How likely is an actual living dead apocalypse? A living dead apocalypse? That isn't. I didn't. A living dead apocalypse, you all. Let me do this. I don't want to make sure. I don't want nothing playing, and then I've got some kind of audio. Excuse me, playing in the background. A living dead apocalypse. Oh no! There we got this wasp. We got the wasp. Uh-oh, the Siberia wasp again. The virus, it's actually a living dead apocalypse. Look at the name of this person, by Pandora. Why did they choose the name Pandora, like Pandora's box? Why would they choose the name by Pandora's box? I didn't want to do that. Like Pandora's box, written by Pandora. Pandora, you all. Let's see. Pandora. You can see it. It was discovered in Alabama. Uh-oh, there's that cordyceps fungi. It affected the wasp's body, and fungi fed on its innards, and then it sprouted out from its body, and the gruesome way it kills its victims. The fungus controls and maintains the insect populations, they said. It contained it. So the zombie wasp, it took over their body. 48,500-year-old zombie. Hey, now listen to this. Okay, this is kind of, I see this 48,500-year-old. We just have this green comet that won't be around again for 50,000 years. And we got the date of this article was, let's see the date of this article. It was 2022, December of 2022. But I'm sure it's like, it's 2 years. Like that. So what about that, you all? 48,000-year-old zombie virus. And we got the comet. It's came every 50,000 years or something like that, you all. That's kind of wild. What if that comet? Can a zombie come on this? Okay, a zombie virus on a comet. $50,000 years. 50,000 years. Look at this. A long frozen zombie virus is a public health threat. A zombie virus revival. ask yourself, why would they put that out there? A zombie virus revival, really. And we got that comet coming around. Nostradamus. Half dead. Few young people half dead. Which according to means a zombie apocalypse. A Russian scientist would create a biological weapon and produce a virus that can turn humankind into zombies with the Nostradamus thing. Do you find it strange, if you think about it, that we have this green comet coming around, and then they talking about zombie apocalypse, a zombie virus, and then that Zika virus or something that's 48,500 years old. And then they say, well, this got this frozen stuff coming, and it could be a thing coming out. This don't sound right to you all. There's something fishy going on. It's really fishy. Really fishy. And you have this thing about Nostradamus right here. So the CDC. See, will Nostradamus's predictions come true? So they have the CDC on here again. Fact check. CDC zombie apocalypse page offers general disaster stuff. Return of the giant zombie virus. Look at this. March of 2014. Look at this. For more than 30,000 years, a giant virus lay frozen in northern Russia. It's the largest virus ever discovered, and it's not frozen anymore. A zombie virus from Russia. Look at this. Night of the Comet. A sci-fi comet wipes out most of life on Earth. And these have cannibal zombies. Sci-fi comet. Zombie infections. Etymology. Solalana. Zoonotic. This is wild. Do you think, really, that comet, could that comet have a, see that on there? 50,000 years old. But, what if they're, let's watch this, Shua. Let's see if we can do this. Let's put a timestamp on this. Let's just go to 19, I don't know, 19... I want to try to do 1948. Let me try to do this, Shua. I know this is like down here. I'm in the... Sheena, honey, you got to get your act together. Let me try to do this time thing. I want to do a custom date range. 1948. Let me take it to... Let me just say 1985. Okay. I got to make this smaller. Let's apply it. No, it didn't work. It didn't work for me. Let me try it one more time, you all. 19. Oh, it didn't take it. Let me just do this one more time. I want to see if I can pull up a certain 19. A certain thing. But I don't want this to do here. If you have like, this is not. This doesn't even want me to even change it. But I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it completely to see if I can get any information about a zombie virus. I can't use 1948. I tried it before. I really did. Let me just use, I have to use something in the 70s, 1972. If I use something in the 70s, it will accept it. I think it has before. Let's try it. There we go. We got it. No, it's still bringing it up. I don't want recent news. I want the news from 1985 is what I want. 1985. I don't want things from way back then. See, it's not going to let me do it now because of what I'm searching for. Return of the zombie virus. It's look at this. It's killing Canada deer. And it's happening, you all, with this deer, the deer population. You go hunting deer, you better be very careful, really. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So he says world-ending asteroids and stuff like that. Birds are going turned into zombies, you all. Is Comet and Fluxus a virus on there, you all? So this is wild, and I'm not going to get into it, but this is what really got me right here. 48,500-year-old zombie virus has been revived from the permafrost in Siberia, like that. So let's come over to this live stream right here where you're all at. Let's come over here, you all. What do you think's happening, really, with all of this? Head trip. Who is sick? On here. Yeah. Let's see what's happening. Yeah.